almost 2 years discussing with Google how to make them distribute our data to maps, but it always branded, okay? No, the GPSs, no matter who gets our content, gets our brand together. We don't sell content without branding it. And especially, we try to control the order on which the information comes out in each one. For instance, like the Microsoft's Live Search. Okay, we control who gets first when you make a search, in a map search in the MSN. We control the order. That means value for our advertisers, obviously, because we place our advertisers before the others. Okay, so here you see a brand awareness. Is that a light pen? Yes. In green, this is the word for lista telefônica, which means directory, a telephone book directory. Okay, this is the Google search in the last 5 years. So in 2004, if anybody got to Google and wanted a list of phones, a book, whatever, the first choice was unbranded, a generic name, directory. Okay? In red, the bunch of our competitors, and here is the Yellow Pages brand that existed at that time. You see the decline over the years. This is Yellow Pages. Okay? In yellow, it's a São Paulo competitor, and in red is the bunch of the other competitors. So that idea of using our content together with other search and engine optimizations and other mechanisms, we grew. So the brand awareness today, the first thing that somebody writes down in Google when they want something called a telephone book, a Yellow Pages, whatever, the word they type is telelistas. That's number one. You see? And then the generic and a competitor. And in those 2 years, our number of visitors went up from 5.7 in March 2007 to 16.9. We tripled in 2 years. So that's not a bad strategy. We were very scared at the beginning and said, well, we're giving our content away. Well, you can go for the prints of that, but basically what it shows here is, which is happening everywhere, but even faster in Brazil, which is the change for mobile phones. Here we go, okay? You see, in 2002, there were 35 million mobile phones, 2007, 121, and 2008, 151 million mobile phones. Therefore, that's where we have to concentrate as a way of delivering the information. So, what we see today is the offline. We don't think offline is going to disappear. The print books, we have seen places like Australia and Canada where print is going up. So, and the main reason, as far as they told us, is that they just didn't believe that everybody's saying, well, print is going to disappear like newspapers. We don't think that's like newspapers. It's a completely different economic equation. And they just didn't believe it. And so print went up in Australia. In Canada, I'm not sure, but it's not decreasing. Reason, they don't believe it's going to decrease. But it has to change. From a mass media, we think, to a niche media. We have to have less universal books to more oriented books. B2B, offline, I think it's history, right? I think we all agree that B2B will have to be online. It's going to be B2C only. And in terms of market, it's going to be a more middle and low class, from a standard book to a smaller book. Back to basics, okay? We don't see any more sense in publishing maps and sector guides and all kind of information that you used to put in directories. Today, I think we can get this much better in the internet. To get that kind of information, the book is just a cost. So back to basics. And online, B2B, 100%. We think that web is going to move into mobile, and then we have to be prepared to face the mobile, especially with that kind of number where I showed you, with 150 million mobile phones in the country. We have to attack that market very carefully, and we have to understand well the mobile usage. And that's basically it, okay? And web, mass media, and all income levels, and so on. Well, that's it. I promised I would make it short, right? So that we can start the conversation. It doesn't have to be question and answers, okay? We can interact, can't we?
Okay. Thank you very much, Eduardo Gosling.